Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be sharing with you 10 fun facts about Pokemon Go, a free-to-play augmented reality mobile game developed by Niantic and published by the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Go has nearly doubled Nintendo's share price from 14,935 yen to 27,780 yen. That translates to an increase of $15 billion in market value of Nintendo. That means if someone were to walk up to Nintendo's head office today and ask to purchase the app for $10 billion, Nintendo would just shake their head and walk away. Now that is huge for a mobile app, especially one Nintendo didn't even create. Also, the annual revenue for Pokemon Go has been estimated to be around $4 billion a year. If you nickname your Eevee Rainer, Pyro or Sparky, your Eevee will evolve into a Vaporeon, Flareon or Jolteon. This is because the Eevee Brothers from the original anime were named Rainer, Pyro and Sparky, and they owned the Vaporeon, Flareon and Jolteon. You do not need to hold a gym for 21 hours prior to being able to cash out the Pokecoins and Stardust. You can only cash out once every 21 hours, but you're able to go out and capture 10 gyms in quick succession and then cash out immediately for 100 Pokecoins and 5,000 Stardust. I suggest you go out with a group of your friends, making it easier to capture those 10 gyms. The maximum level a gym can reach is 10, at which point you can hold 10 Pokemon and has 50,000 prestige. That being said, it is quite rare, as gyms are easily captured and recaptured. I don't think this is by chance either, because this was the case with Ingress, Niantic's previous release. Also, a trainer only has to defeat the single weakest Pokemon in a gym to reduce the prestige, and so a gym is only as strong as its weakest member. Because the game is a little buggy and slow at times, you can check out the gym's level by just looking at how many platforms there is in the tower. The Pokestops and gyms in Pokemon Go were just migrated over from Ingress, Niantic's previous game. I am not sure where the misconception started that Google has some fantastic software that can use its Street View images to create these Pokestops and gyms from awesome landmarks. While many don't know that the Pokestops and gyms were all player submitted from Ingress years ago, many also don't know that it has been roughly a year since Niantic has taken in submissions. To make things worse, I don't think there are any plans in the near future to change this, as there are much more pressing issues for Niantic and Nintendo to iron out. So, unfortunately, if you do live in a rural area, lacking in Pokestops and gyms, I am sorry to say that your situation is unlikely to change anytime soon. And you lucky few that live in an area with plenty of Pokestops, be sure to thank your local Ingress players if you meet any in your Pokemon Go adventures. You can use Ingress Maps to find close gyms and Pokestops that you haven't seen within the app. The Ingress map is viewed in the browser and lets you see as far and wide as you could possibly want. Perhaps find a gym that no one has spotted and can easily take over. There are two things to note though. Firstly, you do need to create an Ingress account to log into the Intel Maps. And secondly, not all portals in Ingress have been migrated into Pokemon Go. Those too close to one another have been skipped. When you first start the Pokemon Go app, you have to select a starter Pokemon. When you first run around, you will see a Bulbasaur, then a Charmander and a Squirtle. But if you run away from your 3 starter options, eventually Pikachu shows up as a 4th option. When battling a gym held by your faction, you can only use a single Pokemon to attack, and successfully defeating one or more Pokemon will raise the prestige of your allied gym. Once the prestige is high enough, the gym will level up, leaving a spot open for you to place a Pokemon in the gym. Pokemon defeated when fighting allied gyms do not faint and only require potions. When you battle a gym held by rivals, you can use a team of up to 6 Pokemon to attack, and successfully defeating one or more Pokemon will reduce the prestige of your rival's gym. Once the prestige has been reduced to 0, it will become neutral, and you can place the first Pokemon and claim the gym for your faction. The mechanics in place to capture gyms have led to many strategies on how to hold onto gyms for longer. If you live in an area where your faction are the predominant force, then feel free to place a single weak Pokemon to allow weaker faction members to raise the prestige and place a Pokemon of their own into the gym. If however you live in an area where you are the minority, trying so desperately to overthrow the dominant forces, you and a friend or two can place a few very high CP monsters in the gym and raise the prestige to the precipice of leveling, which acts as a benchmark. So for example, if you have 1800 CP, 1700 CP and 1600 CP Pokemon in your level 3 gym, a trainer will be required to at least defeat the 1600 CP Pokemon to place a Pokemon. This is much better than leaving a free spot for someone to fill, because additional Pokemon is not necessarily better. Magikarp is currently the single hardest Pokemon to evolve in Pokemon Go, requiring 400 Magikarp candy. you need to capture 101 Magikarps to finally get a Gyarados. That being said, you are definitely rewarded for your efforts. The CP multiplier through evolution is between 11 and 12, as there is some randomness to the CP multiplier. That means that horrible 150 CP Magikarp you have will evolve into a 1700 CP Gyarados. If you enjoyed those facts about Pokemon Go, please leave a like and share this video with your friends. If you have a video suggestion or a question perhaps, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you want to be kept up to date with content as I release it, be sure to subscribe and feel free to watch previous videos. Thanks for watching.